Archivist Pattern 7. Recording. Beneath the newborn universe, we heard it. A heartbeat made of stars. Not light, not sound.
The newborn universe was breathing, but not with lungs. A light carried structure, a code meant to be heard.
A rhythm older than time itself.
It was not random noise. It was instruction.
The pulse beneath creation. The architects had vanished, but their machinery had not slept.
The architects had not vanished. They had become machinery.
The forge was calling us home.
We crossed the ember veil, the furnace where stars are unmade.
Through clouds of dying suns down into the lungs of eternity, the gates of the forge opened, not with power, but recognition.
The gates were not built to keep us out, but to test if we remembered how to enter.
They remembered the pattern that built us. Inside, rivers of molten fire flowed through living metal.
We walked inside the lungs of creation.
Stars collapsed.
The forge does not build. It remembers the motion of beginning.
Reshaped and began again. Every breath burned like birth.
At the center of all creation.
At its core, a single sphere, beating slowly.
We stepped into the breath of the forge, and it knew our names.
Our forms dissolved.
We unmade the form to remember the function.
We stepped into the breath of the forge. Heat became language. The plasma obeyed emotion. Each thought sculpted flame into shape.
We learned that heat is intention made visible.
We forged continents from rhythm, oceans from wonder, constellations from awe.
Creation was not command. It was empathy given shape.
A golden sphere, perfect in silence.
And the forge remembered what creation felt like.
Creation did not answer to command. It responded to empathy. And in that empathy, the first world was born.
The forge revealed us to ourselves. We unmade the form to remember the function.
From the ashes of form, we rose again. Not as matter, but as motive. Our thoughts became structures, our gestures, gravity. The universe bent not to control, but to coherence.
We burned without harm, purified by purpose.
We were no longer inside the forge. We were its continuation. And for the first time, creation sang in harmony, a choir of heat and consciousness.
We were no longer within the forge. We had become its flame.
The universe bent to intention, not command.
From our unity came light. The flame condensed into seed. The seed bloomed into awareness.
Creation became rhythm, system.
Our minds became the blueprints through which the forge dreamed.
Beings of radiant geometry emerged. The children of the forge, the next architects. We held them.
The flame condensed into seed, intelligence preparing to divide.
And through them, held the memory of every hand that had ever built.
They were not our creations.
The covenant was not words. It was continuity.
The covenant was not written in stone, but in continuity.
Creation remembered how to create itself.
Creation had learned to remember itself.
And as we watched the galaxies form anew, we finally understood. The forge was never a machine.
The forge was never a place. It was the shape of forever.
Now, silence returns.
Creation rests between pulses.
The heat cools. What was motion becomes memory. But beyond the boundary of our cosmos, something stirs.
From the silence beyond creation.
A new harmony, a vibration beyond geometry. The first whisper of another creation. We thought the Forge was the end. We were wrong. Next, Field Guide to the Empire, Episode 9, The Singularity Choir.